So we're going to start our program, and I just wanted to welcome everyone. My name is Susan Schoenberger. I'm the Director of Communications here, and I'm pleased to introduce our first speaker, Naseem Sheikh, who is the Vice Chair of our board. Here you go, Naseem.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, and also namaste and peace for everyone. As Susan mentioned, my name is Naseem Sheikh. I'm a trustee and first vice chair of Hartford International University for Peace, for Religion and Peace. And on behalf of the board of trustees of our university, it is my great honor and privilege to welcome you to this important occasion, very special occasion. Today we gather to celebrate the appointment of our new president, Dr. Shirley Turner. We are also very fortunate to have, first of all, for all your presence, and among our distinguished guests, we have the Mayor of Hartford, Arun. Welcome. And I don't know if the former Mayor of Hartford, Luke, has joined us. We were expecting Luke to join us too. And so, Arun, as I mentioned, we are very proud of our relationship with Hartford, and we deeply appreciate all the support that we get from mayors of Hartford. So welcome. And so the journey to this moment has been one of careful thought, diligent effort, and genuine collaboration. When our former president, Dr. Joel Lohr, decided to depart, and the Board of Trustees knew that selecting the next leader of HIU was among the most important responsibilities we would undertake. To guide this process, our chair, Claire, established a search committee. The search committee was composed of 8 dedicated members from among our trustees, and actually I see a few of those trustees right here, and faculty, and again I see those faculty members too, and staff and alumni. Claire also appointed me as chair of the search committee, and trust me, I still don't know how she was able to get a yes from me. Thank you, Claire, for that great responsibility. So we all worked together, and we thoroughly enjoyed. Every member of the search committee really worked extremely hard. And we partnered with Academic Search. It's a nationally recognized search firm to help us identify and evaluate candidates who not only had the professional experience, but also the vision and character to lead an institution like ours. One that is unique in interfaith mission and rich in history. The response for our position was overwhelming. Nearly 50 individuals from across the country, including some from outside the country, they applied for the position. From this distinguished group of candidates, we selected about 20 candidates who were invited for preliminary interviews. Following thoughtful review, the search committee selected 6 candidates for more in-depth conversations, and finally, 3 exceptional candidates advanced to the final round for conversations with the search committee and the board. So through this rigorous process, and trust me, it was really, really very hard, not just on the search committee, but also on the candidates. And let me tell you, you can talk to Sherry. There was no concession for Sherry, okay? So we were all equally hard on her as well. So through the rigorous process, one candidate stood out, not only for her impressive credentials and leadership experience, but also for her warmth, wisdom, and deep commitment to education. And that candidate was Dr. Sherry Turner. So, after the unanimous approval by the board, Dr. Turner graciously accepted, and in the process, she became the 12th president of HIU. It is also especially important that Dr. Turner is the first African American president in our history. So this milestone reflects not only the progress of HIU, but also the promise of a future where diverse voices and experiences strengthen our mission of fostering peace and understanding among religions and cultures. Dr. Turner brings with her a wealth of leadership experience, a passion for interfaith engagement, and a vision that aligns beautifully well with our university. We are confident that under her leadership, HIU will continue to flourish and to serve as a beacon of dialogue, hope, learning, and peace for generations to come. So now, I'm going to invite our Dean, Dr. Dina Grant, and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dina?
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dina Grant, Dean and Vice President of Academic Affairs and Associate Professor of Jewish Studies. And this morning, I get to formally welcome, on behalf of our faculty and HIU community, our 12th president, who is, as Nassim pointed out, is our first African-American president, and also our 3rd female president of Hartford International University, President Sherry Turner. To be honest, I feel like I've been hogging the spotlight because I've had a few opportunities to introduce Dr. Turner in a few different contexts. But I'm not complaining, it's an easy gig. Dr. Turner has a long list of accomplishments. The problem is, the list is longer than the usually 3 minutes I'm allotted to talk. An additional problem that's come up is the longer we experience Dr. Turner, the more we work with Dr. Turner, the more impressed we are with Dr. Turner, the more I want to talk about our experiences of her here in the short time she's been with us, more than what she did in the past. My understanding is that Claire will be introducing Dr. Turner, so I can focus on our community's experience of our new leader. Since I'm talking on behalf of the HIU faculty and community, and I am only one and our community is many, I asked for some comments, anonymous, not anonymous, from what others had to say. Some descriptors: respect, leadership, trust, listening, collaboration, flourishing of each employee's gifts, true leader. Full statements: amen, praise the Lord. Hallelujah, we are thrilled to welcome a president who is a social scientist. Thank you. Thank you, HIR folk. Now my own comments, and this is important. Dr. Turner is the embodiment of the servant leader. Dr. Turner never lets a meeting conclude without having asked, "How can I help you?" And she listens to your answer, which is unusual these days. Dr. Turner is a collaborative leader, also unusual these days. When communities are fracturing all around us, we find ourselves at HIU working together on what is greater than the sum of its parts. Yesterday, we had our first all-employee meeting. Dr. Turner started it off with a threat. "I'm telling you, I will come up with a million different ways," bated breath, "to build community." We are excited about the future, and this is a tough time to be excited about the future. Dr. Turner has a sharp mind, a collaborative spirit, as well as the combination of both academic and theological training that is quite fitting for this institution. I am excited about what is to come. We are excited about what is to come. Welcome, President Dr. Reverend Sherry Turner. I now welcome Claire Feldman, the chair of our Board of Trustees, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's so great to see everybody here. I'm going to have to put on my glasses at some moment in this, but I have to say that Nasim and Dr. Grant have really embodied what I would say, and maybe I shouldn't even be up here because they've said so much about Dr. Sherry Turner. You can feel the enthusiasm in the room. Why so much enthusiasm? Well, it's certainly because, and I will put on my glasses because I want to make sure I get this right. It's certainly because of her academic history. She has a BA from Rhodes College, an MS from North Carolina State, a Master of Theological Studies from Emory University, a PhD in Educational Psychology from the University of Illinois, and she's an HIU alum. She's also, because of the leadership roles she's had. She was the Vice President of Strategic Initiatives at Rhodes College, Director of Institutional Success and Support, UNC Institute for Capacity Building, Executive Director and CEO of the Atlanta University Center Consortium, Vice President for Student Affairs at Spelman College, Assistant to the President and Secretary of the College at Spelman, Ombudsperson at Mount Holyoke, Assistant to the President at Mount Holyoke, and Assistant Dean of the College. So all those things make us enthusiastic about Dr. Turner, but really, it's about Dr. Turner herself. I was fortunate enough to be able to have dinner with her last night. We sat down. I said, "How are you?" She said, "I'm loving everything I am doing." And that enthusiasm comes out in so many different ways. I was traveling a lot this summer. I had a lot of family visitors. She and I did not really connect except by email over a couple of weeks. So she settles into campus at the end of June, beginning of July. My husband said to me, Barry said to me, how is Dr. Sherry Turner doing? I said, well, all I have to do is look at social media. She's met with over 100 people. She's led a leadership conference that you must have put together in a matter of weeks with this great team. She is out meeting people all over the community. And it's her enthusiasm. I told her she has this $1 million smile. It's her enthusiasm, her energy, and all those things. I actually joked with her that I was going to bring roller skates because I needed to be able to try and keep up with her. We are honored to have Dr. Sherry Turner as our 12th president of this storied institution, whose the need for HIU is greater than ever. So it's my honor to welcome you. Please come up, Sherry. It's delighted to have you here.
Wow, thank you. So in addition to being the first African-American president and the third female president of HIU, I'm also the first president who is less than 5 feet tall. So I look around this room and I see and feel so much love. There are old friends who are here, people who have journeyed with me for over 30 years. There are people who I have most recently met, my new friends, people that I've met today, and people who are just very special to HIU, folks who believe in the mission of this beautiful institution and people whom I welcome as partners along this journey. I want to actually correct our dean, Grant. The threat was to find 1 million corny ways of promoting community here at this place. So, first, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. If any of you has ever spent time in an African American church, and especially a church in the South, these are words that I am sure you've undoubtedly heard. Even in congregations that claim not to follow a lectionary or breviary or any type of formal liturgy, there is an understanding that whenever you stand to speak, that you honor God, your creator, and your sustainer. And so first, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. I'd like to thank Nasim and Dina and Claire for their beautiful words. And I just want to acknowledge those of you who are in the room. There are trustees here. There are faculty, staff, students. I've met our alumni who are here. I've met spiritual and religious leaders from the community. There are elected officials and others. And I am so grateful to be in this space with you. I actually marvel at being here. I stand here with a great, deep sense of humility and awe, and I find myself wondering how a painfully bashful and timid child, a first-generation college student, the daughter of a sanitation worker and clerk typist, the descendant of sharecroppers and midwives and women who knew the medicinal value of herbs and plants, who stands 4 foot 10 3/4 inches. I round up to 4'11", could become the president of Hartford International University for Religion and Peace. I am so grateful to be here. HIU holds a very special place in my heart. As you've heard and as you know, I am an alum. But I discovered HIU shortly after I completed my doctorate and began my first job, professional job, and on the faculty at Mount Holyoke College. And interestingly, two of the people who are here today are people who were very instrumental. Dr. Francine Deutsch, who was chair of the department at the time, and chair of the search committee and hired me, but also Dr. Beverly Daniel Tatum, who was also hired at the same time. Interestingly, both Beverly and I were students at HIU at the same time, and that's a whole nother story and a whole nother adventure. But HIU at the time was very important to me because at the time I was really grappling with my role. Am I to be a minister, someone who serves the church, or am I to be a scholar, an academician, a researcher? And when I enrolled here at the Black Ministry Certificate Program, I found a community that helped me to bridge both of those very important aspects of my identity. I also began to wrestle with the aspect of being a scholar, and I discovered folks like Dr. Cheryl Townsend Jilks, who advised me that the church needs social scientists. I discovered the Hartford Institute for Religion and Research, and I see my colleagues up in the cheap seats, the balcony. And I also discovered a whole community of people who were able to bring those varied aspects of their lives together. And so I'm very thankful. I encountered HIU and it changed my life. So fast forward, I've been watching and keeping an eye on HIU over the decades. I was very excited when I learned about its new brand and new identity. I'm thankful for Beverly Tatum, who introduced me to my predecessor, Dr. Joel Lohr, who in turn introduced me to members of the Board of Trustees. And I was delighted to be asked to serve. And so I joined the trustees, and I must admit that at every meeting, at every opportunity to read or learn or hear, I found myself falling more and more in love with HIU and becoming more and more excited about the special mission of this place. I found myself praying, God, how can I be of greater service to HIU? And then about a week later, the phone rang, and it was Joel Lohr who called to let me know that he had decided to step down from this role. And I thought, well, that's interesting. But fast forward, I'm here, and I do believe that this is exactly where I am meant to be. I also believe that HIU is very unique. This is an institution that has a very special calling, and it is an institution that attracts people who share that special calling, people who are committed and very passionate about bringing about peace in the world and building that peace through understanding and dialogue and relationship. That is very important work. So one of the questions that I've been asked the most about HIU and my work here is, what is your vision for HIU? And I usually answer it in two ways. And what I first say is that it's not my vision that's important. I think that as members of a community, it is vital that we create a shared vision for what we want. A vision that is created based on our dialogue, our conversations, and our dreams for what we are to accomplish together. That is the vision that I am pursuing, and that is the vision that I invite you to join in. I've had a lot of conversations, as people have alluded to. I've been doing a lot of listening. And in those conversations, there's certain things that emerge over and over. And I believe that these things become sort of the framework for our shared vision. And I'm just going to share what these 6 things are. The first is increasing our pipeline of students. I often hear that HIU is a well-kept secret. Well, I think it's time for us to let the secret out of the bag. And I think that it's time for us to ensure that more people are aware of this unique work that we are doing, this very vital work that we are doing, and to make sure that people understand who we are so that when they are ready to pursue their studies here, that we are already on their radar. So increasing that pipeline. The second theme is investing in people. People are at the heart of what we do. And so caring for people means that we are making sure, first of all, that our students receive a transformative education, but also it means making sure that our faculty and staff have the resources they need to do fabulous things and to do the work that they feel called to do. The third theme is innovating our academic, co-curricular, and spiritual programs. This is a period of growth. This is a period where we can dream, but it's also a period for us to think about how we can further impact the world through new programs and through new leadership. Fourth, it's expanding our partnerships. There are people in this room who are our dear friends. We invite you to journey with us. During the next few weeks, I will be reaching out to all of you to learn how we can partner together, how HIU can help to further your vision and your mission, and how you can partner with us as well. And so I'm looking forward to creating those partnerships that will help us to accomplish more by working together than we can accomplish by working separately. The fifth thing is really honoring our purpose and our place among our peers. We are unique. We offer things that no one else can offer, but it's important to know and to stake our claim in identifying what our unique role will continue to be and understanding what is happening and how we can contribute further. And then finally, enhancing our processes. It's not a sexy thing, but for those of you who are here, I know that there are things that we can do better, things that we can do more efficiently, and so while it's not sexy, it's very important for us too. And so those are the things that I've heard from the community. Those are the things that are shaping my vision. I am, again, so honored to be here. I am honored to have been called and selected, but I'm also honored to be able to serve an institution that means so much to me and is such a gift to the world. So thank you.